the Oakland Raiders. Anyway, we got to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about baseball. We're going to change gears. And it was a perfect game recently. So from a perfect show to a perfect game, we'll be back.
The Internet is a wonderful resource for kids. But in times like these, the Internet can also increase your child's risk of being a victim of crime. Instruct your child to never give out personal information, like their name, address, or school name without your approval. Teach them about frauds and scams that often appear as friendly emails or offers that are too good to be true. Place your computer where you can see what your child is doing. Use software that prevents access to inappropriate sites and chat rooms. Teach your child what to do if they come across such sites or receive solicitations from strangers. Learn how they're using the Internet and how much time they're spending on it. Let's keep our kids as safe in the cyber world as we try to do in the real one. Visit ncpc.org to learn more about how we can protect our children. That's ncpc.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
All right, we're back. We're talking about irrelevancy right now. And right now, baseball is irrelevant amongst this panel. I'm sorry. Basketball season is still in full effect. And right now, we got our insider, though, sitting here. His name is Wally Akinzo. He loves baseball. He grew up playing. I heard he struck out in a big moment, though.
No, I didn't.
Actually did.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
He did.
No, it's a freaking ball. Almost. Never mind.
Yeah, he did strike out. I was there. I was witness. I was on the bench.
I struck out. I swung. I struck out.
I was an umpire. I was on the bench.
Man,
and I clearly saw it.
It hit the dirt.
You struck out.
Anyway, we do like baseball. Our Nationals are doing well right now, but we're going to talk about this perfect game. I mean, it's in the news, so we thought we had to discuss it. Go ahead, Wally. What you think about it?
Yeah, well, the game, as everyone knows, was about. It was from Dallas Braden from the Oakland A's. Obviously, he went 9 innings, obviously, and struck out 6. He threw about 109 pitches, 77 strikes, and his ERA was 3.33. But he did it against the best team in the AL and. The best team in the AL and Tampa Rays. What sparked news was A-Rod and how he reacted to it. Alex Rodriguez came out there and pretty much blew his perfect game out by saying basically he ain't accomplished nothing.
He didn't sell Boley.
He didn't say that.
I'm just paraphrasing.
Man,
he didn't accomplish
his
nothing.
perfect game was exaggerated because it was on Mother's Day because his grandmama and them was there. And Alex Rodriguez was right. I mean, does this make him overly famous now? Okay, he pitched the perfect game, keep the season going. It'd be different if this guy was a top-notch pitcher to begin with, but
he was
pretty
a
much
24th round pick.
A middle of the road anyway.
Oh yeah. That's man.
But he's 4-2. But he's 4-2, and
I forgot we got a college baseball player.
And plus, he was AL player of the week.
Fish played college baseball.
Who wouldn't be a player of the week if you pitch a perfect game?
Dallas Braden. Last year against the O's, his first game was 3-0 shutout. So he's a decent pitcher.
Holler at me come All-Star time.
All-Star time, he'll probably be there.
We'll see. But let's talk about something a lot more important like the NBA playoffs right now.
Yeah, we were talking about a perfect game. But I did want to mention you being a baseball player on a collegiate level, Fish, So I don't know, Wally's our insider.
I know. I like baseball. I grew up playing it. I like soccer, too. Remember we used to kick around the soccer ball all the time, Ray? We talking about basketball right now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, the Orlando Magic are perfect right now in the playoffs. And I never kicked a soccer ball in my life, man. So
don't you
chill with that.
You did. You I'm sure you had gym class.
Dodgeball.
That you used as a soccer ball, too. Stop faking.
No, kickball.
All right,
that ball in gym class was used for everything.
It is what it is. Stan Van played baseball, too.
I don't think so.
Let's talk about Orlando. Can we talk about Orlando? They're perfect right now in the playoffs. That was it was a blowout of a series. That's what you call it. It was a blowout.
The second round was no competition.
The average, 27.
They beat them in 4 games, total of 101 points. That's pretty sad. But to be honest, who they matched up with, they played Charlotte, then they played Atlanta. But this is the same run that the Cavs did last year, and people tend to forget about. Cavs were steamrolled through the playoffs. They met up with Orlando and lost in 6. The same thing can occur. I think Cavs tonight will be victorious and beat the Celtics pretty bad. And I think they'll play Orlando and they'll figure out a way to stop the 3-point barrage. I think it tends to, with Lewis, I think Jameson's matchup with Lewis is going to be a true. It's going to be a
Jameson
good,
has no defense.
But no, but also the problem is that Lewis has to play defense.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that hurt Cleveland last year was that Lewis didn't have to waste any energy playing defense. But with Jameson, you have to. Jameson can go outside, and if you run hard on him, he can go take it to the lane that you see he's done in this playoff. Shaq is going to get Dwight in foul trouble. So Dwight's really not going to be that much of a factor like he was in the previous series. He's not going to be able to block the shots like that because he's not going to be in the court like that.
Let's wait until Cleveland actually gets there.
Exactly, and let's not
fast forward.
I mean, right now, the
Antoine
Celtics
Jameson
and
is
the
a big
Cavaliers
shot.
series, I mean,
It's still compelling.
It's a very competitive series right now, and Rondo's pretty much been doing everything to the Cavs
I think Rondo. I like Rondo, but I think it stops tonight. I think LeBron James is going to be checking him. I think the person going to get off tonight though is going to be Paul Pierce. I think Paul Pierce is really going to get off because
he's just going to stab him, right?
because Parker is going to be checking him, and Paul Pierce is a lazy offensive player. And
He's skinny fat too.
Yeah, he is, but he's lazy. People don't realize it. Like when LeBron was checking him, he chose not to be aggressive. And some players act like that when a superstar is playing. I'm gonna play off. But this time, since Parker's gonna be on, he's gonna be on the block. He's gonna do his pump fakes. He's gonna be in the line. I think he's gonna be in the line about good 8 to 10 times this game. But it's not gonna be enough because I think Garnett's gonna wear it down because he's getting old. But the only person that's been consistent besides Rondo is Ray Allen. I think Ray Allen's going to still do what he does because there's nothing affects him because he runs around and shoots over you. Rondo will be shut down, though. Rondo, meaning with driving in the lane and doing all this, he might have about 12 points, 10 assists, but that's about it.
But you go back, going back to the Atlanta series, in Orlando, Dwight had it was 80% from the field. The Whites. Regardless of the fact, the Whites going to if they do play Cleveland, the Whites pretty much will get Shaq in foul trouble. Not the way you think.
Nah, see, this is the thing though. Shaq can be in foul trouble. Shaq's been in foul trouble throughout the whole playoffs.
I think Shaq just fouled us right now on the air.
Shaq's been in foul trouble.
It's just what
throughout.
Shaq does,
but he's going to get Dwight in foul trouble. When he gets Dwight in foul trouble, that means the lane is open. And when the lane is open, Orlando's in trouble. And that's the thing. Like Dwight was doing, they're going to change the rule from goaltending too, by the way, for Dwight Howard. Because now he's catching the ball, a lot more. And they're not calling it correctly. And it's going to be a fact. Like when LeBron or Rondo, whoever that they play, the key thing is to get Dwight in foul trouble. Nelson's going to be a factor though.
But let's get out of the East for a minute. Let's go out west with the Suns and the Lakers. I think that might be a lot better series than what people are going to be anticipating from the East. As far as Orlando playing the Boston or the Cavaliers,
Well,
I think that series has a chance to be a lot better than the teams they played previously.
It's
Where
interesting.
do you have the series going?
At least 6 games.
Well, the interesting thing about that series is that it's wild because Steve Nash is like a defensive liability, and so is Amari Stoudemire. And the Lakers are a big team up front, and it's like whoever Amari's going to check.
You made a mistake with the Nash part because Nash will be checking Fisher, so that's a wash. So
but regardless of the fact, he's still a defensive liability. I know it's a wash. I know what you're trying to say. The same thing. Like if you look at it like the same thing, Portland, you never know because what Portland did, period, was at first they put Nash on. I think it was Nicholas Batum, but I'm not sure. It was Batum or Webster, and then what they did was sub Webster or Batum out for Bayless. Eventually, they're going to attack Steve Nash.
And what I'm saying is
because Farmar can take Nash one-on-one.
But what I'm saying is when you're saying defensive liability, Nash in this series is not defensive liability by any means. Because when Farmar gets in the game, well, he really doesn't anymore. Shannon Brown gets in the game, but when Shannon Brown's in the game, Nash won't be in the game. Shannon Brown doesn't play the minutes that Nash plays, and that's where Nash comes out at the 3-minute mark of the first half. Shannon Brown comes in at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. So that's what I'm saying. It's not really a defensive liability matchup.
He will. Phil Jackson will.
Amari, yes, is a defensive liability.
Of course. Well, everybody knows that.
Because of Gasol. But the thing is, Fry will be checking Gasol, and Bynum with with this knee problem, who's not 100%, it's not going to really put